Hey, what's good, champions? Arian, Tyson here. Real quick, I want to shoot this quick video, and I want to tell you that you need to be careful who you pretend to be. Be careful who you pretend to be. There are a lot of people that know who you really are. And that goes beyond the persona that you put on social media or the persona that you put on, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, etc. But people know who you really are. And because we live in a day and time where people are losing their minds, people are in a sense of hopelessness. They feel a sense of hopelessness. They are in a sense of desperation, so to speak. And these are not excuses. These are merely facts. People are losing their lives because they're trying to pretend that there's something that they're not. Here's what I've learned about people. People know, most people know when you're being authentic. Most people know when something is tapping their pulse. Most people know when what you're saying is real. Why? Because it's hitting them. It makes them look back to a previous situation that they're in. Will it feel comfortable at first? Of course not. Because we've been conditioned to bury what has happened to us in the past. But that's not even healthy. Because that's not how you overcome it. That's not how you move forward from it. But a lot of people are doing that. And then as you look up, as the months and years go by, it has developed a mechanism within them that at the first sign that something happens or they have a disagreement with someone, they tuck tail and run. They will sabotage a great thing out of fear because they didn't handle it properly. But how many of you all know that the chickens will come home to roost? And at the end of the day, you have to be careful who you pretend to be. And here's the reason. Because you just might forget who you really are. And if you want to be reminded of who you really are, karma will punch you in the mouth. You got to be careful who you step on to try to get to the top. Because if you got to step on people, if you have to belittle people to get to the top, your reign at the top is not going to last very long. If you have to become an enemy dressed in one of your friends' clothes or a wolf in sheep's clothing, so to speak, payback is coming in one way, shape, form, or fashion. So you have to be careful. And the best way to avoid all that is to be authentic. Walk in your truth. Stop trying to live a life of perfection. Why? Because you're not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. I don't care how you try to make your physique look. I don't care how banging your body is. You are not perfect. All of us have something that is jacked up with us, something that is not right with us. But the thing about it is, does your strengths outweigh your weaknesses? And never let someone tear you down just because you've made a mistake or you made an error, as if they've never made a mistake or made an error. Here's the caveat. And if you're guilty of this, if you're bold enough to tear somebody down, be man or woman enough to build them back up. Because if you don't do that, you're nothing more than a coward. You're nothing more than a coward. And all cowards have to face Judgment Day. Just like we all have to stand before judgment for something that we didn't do, or many things that we didn't do, or the things that we did do that we know was wrong. But I want you to be mindful and be careful of who you pretend to be, because you might forget who you are. And it is not worth losing yourself in the process of pleasing people that really don't matter. In the end, it's mind over matter. And you shouldn't mind, because in the end, most of those people that smile in your face are talking about you behind your back. And in the end, they will play themselves out of position because they won't matter. So I wanted to share that video with you. I hope it was of value to you. Hope it gave you something to think about. Because as your circle, as your vision gets bigger, your circle is going to get smaller. Because people will show their true colors. So I want to give you something to think about as you go about your day. It's Truth Thursday. It's Tell It Like It Is Thursday. It's Truth Thursday. If you got value from this, feel free to share this video. And remember, in life, you have two choices. You can make moves or you can make excuses, but you most certainly cannot do both. It's yours truly, Arian Tyson, the Moving Motivator, and I will talk to you on the next one. Peace.